This looks great. Now I'm going to see inside. Is that a quince? No. Are you quince? No. This looks good. Take one of each and silently start your lunch. Hi, Elizabeth. Uh-oh. Hi, how are you? Good. Binder looks great. Take one of each and silently start your lunch. Hi. How you doing? Good. Great. Looks good. Mariana, one of each. Same seat as yesterday. Period 4, I look in and I see people silently working on the launch. That is the right thing to do. 1 second, sorry. Looks great. Come on in. You're gonna need it. You need a pencil pouch?
No, because I'm going to share with Mrs. Wilson.
Okay, come on in. Same seat, silently start your lunch. How you doing? Good. Okay, so we already talked about that. Looks good. One of each. Same seat, silently start. Hey, how you doing? Good. This looks great. Your binder looks good. One of each. Silently start. Hi, how you doing? Good. This looks great. Binder looks great. One of each. Silently start. Hi, Elsie. This looks good. That looks good. Pencil pouch? Do you need a pencil pouch? Will you come talk to me about that after class? Okay. Do you have cheek right now? Okay. Hood down. How are you? Good to see you. This looks great. That looks great. Take one of each and silently start. How you doing? Good to see you. This looks great. Binder looks great. One of each and silently start.
Oh, you hit me.
Jenny, look at me. Edwin, what's up, man? Good to see you. This looks great. Binder looks great. One of each and silently start. Hi. How are you? Good. Thank you. Come on in. One of each and silently start. Hi. Good to see you. Thank you. Can you show me your inside of your binder? Great. One of each and silently start. Hi. Looks good. Show me the binder. Looks good. Oh my god, it jumped in again. I'm going to take this. Binder looks great. One of each and silently start. Chanel, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm just going to take this. This looks great. Binder looks great. One of each and silently start. Talk to me after class. Hello. How you doing?
Good.
Great. Beautiful.
Don't have right here.
Don't show me that. I'm just going to take a quick. This is your binder for my class?
Yeah.
Okay, come on in. One of each. This looks great. I see you got a binder in there. Come on in. Thank you. Period 4, wonderful period 4. It is great to see you. You are, every desk I'm looking at has someone writing down the answers to these 2 questions. What are jobs you've had in the past, both paid or unpaid, either paid or unpaid, and what would you like to do in the future? Take another minute and 45 seconds to silently write the answers. If you finish early, write your homework down in your homework planner, silently. You're looking Period 4, we're writing silently on the launch and writing in the homework planner. Everyone I'm looking at is doing just that. Some people are not quite done, so keep working silently on your launch or on writing down the homework. If you're done writing down the homework, just sit silently. Okay. Silently listen as people answer these questions. First question, period 4, is this. What is one job that you had in the past, Maria Cruz, and answer in a full sentence?
I used to be a babysitter and go out for my babysitter baby and also help in the house and like that.
Maria, when you were a babysitter, did you get paid or were you slave labor?
Okay.
You were paid. How much were you paid?
10 bucks an hour.
$10 an hour, not bad. Okay. Daisy, what's the job you had? And were you paid? Oh, you're very lucky. Raise your hand if you were forced to babysit and you didn't get paid. Okay, we got a couple slave laborers in here. Okay, I see how it is. One more person for question number 1. Adelia, what'd you do?
Babysit my niece.
Did you get paid? Booyah, count it. Okay. Now, what do you want to do when you grow up? You do not have to have a perfect answer, but what's one thing you might want to do? Juan, the back one. Juan Alcaraz, yep.
I would like to be a police officer because it looks fun.
Because it looks fun? Because you get to carry a gun?
Yeah.
Is that why? Okay. Do you want to carry that taser thing too?
That hurts.
You don't want to you know it hurts?
No, I said it hurts.
Have you ever been tased?
No, the little pen thing that when you press it hurts.
Okay. All right. Juan in front of Juan Alcaraz. Juan, what do you want to do?
My dream job is to become a businessman. This is my dream job because they get a lot of money.
Ah, Juan, you want a lot of money. Okay, very interesting. So, we're going to talk in class today about jobs, which is why I asked you to write about jobs. But we're going to pass in this launch right now. And I've got to say, guys, we have some competition. 14, 13, 13. So we're going to have to pick it up. So here's what that means. And we're not the smallest class in the world either. So you guys have to pre-pass a little bit, like get it ready. And you in the middle here, do not pass once and then be like, oh yeah, I forgot, and then go back and get more paper. Just like wait, boom, boom, one time. Boom, boom. Or in your guys' case, like boom, boom. So you guys will do it twice. Kind of. Get ready to pass. Period 4. We need to get at least 13 seconds. This needs to be done totally silently. Ready, set, go. Total silence. Pretty good. Now, you know what I like? Is that some people were like, oh my gosh, pass it. You're like, it was like slow motion right there. When Boris was passing, you're like, no. You're like, pass it. But, Edwin, that's a verb warning. Be quiet, please. You were not mean to them. And you were like, okay, that's mellow. So we will do a restart later. But for now, it's 18 seconds, and we're going to be just fine. So here's the thing. Tevin, that's a verbal warning too. I love you very much. I am going to do the announcements, and then we're going to go into this thing called SSR. You've never had SSR before, but it's right here, and I'll explain what it's all about. But first, I want us to get our homework down and our announcements given. So have your homework planner out, and make sure that you have written classroom job application under the language arts. Do this all in total beautiful silence. Classroom job application written on Wednesday the 24th. Do you have your homework planner? Take it out. Start with this row today. Hold up your homework planner and show me you've written it down. Great. Great. This row, hold it up, please. Thanks, Jose. Okay, this row. Thanks. This row. Thanks. This row. Booyah. This row. Booyakasha. And this row. Booyakasha. So, homework is done. I'll explain what the homework is later, y'all. But first, I have an announcement, which is the new library. The one that I told you about egotistically yesterday. I was like, I got this new sweet library for our school, but I helped. And the books in there are smacking. They're just really good. And I'm going to show you 4 of those books right now. All of these are not available for you to take now, but you could go after school today and check it out of the library. The first one I'm going to show you is a book called 13 Reasons Why, which is about a girl who kills herself. And before she kills herself, she makes 13 tapes in which she describes the reasons she killed herself. And she sends them to the people who are the reasons why she killed herself. So it's a really crazy book. I'm sure your question's a good one, but not now. So my students last year loved this book. I haven't read it. I hope it doesn't make you so depressed that it makes you want to kill yourself, but all my students in the past said it didn't. So therefore, I'm okay with you reading it. But it's like crazy and good. So check it out if you want. I think there are like 9 copies in the library. Another book that I want to tell you about is called Tyrell. Raise your hand if you've read this before. Yeah, 1 or 2 people have read this before. It's about a boy, tell me if I'm wrong, who's like super poor, and so he has to go from like motel to motel or hotel to hotel. What would you add to that? Okay, I'm gonna read you a spicy quote on the back. This is picante. I really want to put my fist through the wall. I can't calm myself down. I can feel the blood pounding in my brain. I gotta do something. Ooh, he seems angry. Okay, Tyrell is angry. Supposedly he's great. Okay, this book I almost feel, I know there are cameras in the room and I probably shouldn't be talking about this on camera, but whatever. This book is called My Bloody Life, The Making of a Latin King. And I told you yesterday about the fact that if you gave me 4 BHAG tickets, I would buy you any book you want. This book I probably bought last year, like no joke, like 25 times for students because they ate it up. It's about a Latin king, and it's about a gangbanger and his life in gangs and how he tried to get out and how it was tough to get out. And there are some like really inappropriate parts. Like students would be like in SSR last year and they'd be reading it and they're like, look at this. It's just, so anyway, If your parents see you reading it, you didn't hear about it from me, which I'm saying on a camera. Okay, great. Some of you have probably read Bluford series books before. They're Bluford series books, but they came out with a new series by kind of the same author, and there are a whole bunch of them that are like this. Anne Schraff wrote a bunch of the Bluford books. Anyway, these are supposed to be, they're new, so I don't know anything about them, but I just wanted to put this on your radar. So anyway, all these books are available to be taken out today after school, if you want them. All right, so normally right now I'd go into the first part of class, but today's SSR, so it's going to be different. So, SSR, we're changing gears. That was my changing gears noise. And here's what we're doing in SSR. Raise your hand if you know already what SSR is. Have you heard it described to you? Maria? What's that? Yeah. Right. So it generally means just sustained silent reading, but today we're kind of introducing it, and it's not sustained silent reading. And I'm going to introduce you to it and why reading is important, and then we're going to watch a movie, and then we're going to talk about stuff. Cool. So here's what I want you to do. Here's my question to you. Do you think reading is important? Don't answer it out loud. The question is, do you think reading is important? And I think what I want you to do right now is turn to your talk partner. Point to your talk partner right now, silently. Who's yours? Oh. Okay, stop pointing, that's rude. And I want you to answer that question. I want you to talk about that. The partner closest to this wall goes first. So partner closest to the door, you say, do you think reading is important? And you say, no, because blah, blah. Or you say, yes, because blah, blah. So first thing I want to hear is door partners say, do you think reading is important? Question? Oh, your partner's gone? Are you two talking? Edwin, will you be a gentleman and scoot close to them? Thanks. Go ahead and scoot. Appreciate it. Ready? First partner, go. All right, then ask the other one. Cool. All right. Here's another question. How will being a good reader influence your future? I'm not going to type it. How will being a good reader influence your future? I'm going to say it a third time because I'm not writing it. How will being a good reader influence your future? Ready? I don't care who starts. Go.
Yeah, how's being a good reader?
I think we're
Excuse me. What'd you say?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, that's fair. Okay, period 4. That was really good. That was like better than anyone last time. All right, let's make a really freaking loud stomp noise. Oh, yeah. It's like the 4th earthquake today. There was already like 2 earthquakes today, so we just made a 3rd one. Nice job. All right. So we're going to talk a little bit about why reading is maybe important, maybe not. So reading in prison. Pedro, read starting with when.
When the state of Arizona projected how many prison beds and will need it, factors in the number of kids who are able to read well in the 4th grade and the number of kids who are not able to read well 85% of
Oh, I'm going to stop you right there. Good reading. You don't have this, so don't look for the piece of paper. This is just on the screen. Okay, so I'm not lying to you right now. In Arizona, they also do this in Texas, and I think they do this in California. They figure out how many prison beds they'll need based on 4th grade reading levels. So let me make this clear to you. They look at the 4th graders, and they're like, these kids can't read. Therefore, we know they're going to go to prison. Therefore, we're going to make that many prison beds for them. It's messed up. You shouldn't be talking out loud, but that's messed up. I mean, that's crazy. They actually do that. They actually see, 30% of these kids can't read. Therefore, we're going to make that many prison beds. A couple more facts. Michael, read starting with 85%.
85% of juveniles who go through the juvenile court system are
That's tough. Everyone say this after me. Functionally illiterate. Say it.
functionally
Illiterate.
illiterate.
I need power. Almost everyone who goes into court at your age can't read. Functionally illiterate means you basically can't read. Next one, read it, Eduardo.
Over 70% of
Inmates.
inmates, Americans, prisoners cannot read above the 4th grade level.
So almost every prisoner reads at about a 4th grade level. So here's what I want you to talk about with your talk partner. What is the relationship between reading and prison? I'm going to say it again. What's the relationship between reading and prison? Take 20 seconds. Go. Michael, what's the relationship between reading and prison, you think? But if most prisoners can't read, what's the relationship?
Well, they get angry, so they start doing bad stuff to, like, pretty much just cover up what they can't do.
They cover up what they can't do. So they get angry, they can't read, and then that's interesting. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, see, we're all over the place. Here we go. One more time. That was actually not that bad. Raise your hand if you can tell me what the relationship is between reading and prison. Raise your hand. What's the relationship? The law takes reading seriously? So they're like, you're not good at reading, you're going to prison. I don't think they do that, so I don't think that's right. Yes?
That basically the people that don't know how to read, they get into more problems than people that do, so it end up in jail.
Okay, so now I want to push that. Why do people who don't know how to read well probably get into more problems, probably get into more trouble? Why? Chanel? Because they get what? Okay, that's one reason. You can't read, idiot. And then you're like, ooh, boom, and you punch someone and you're like in prison. Okay, that's one reason. Elsie? Okay, so maybe they were raised on the streets, they never learned how to read. Yes? Say it louder.
Not a good education.
So they didn't have a good education.
Didn't have a good education.
Yeah. Isn't this crazy? All right. Reading and jobs. I don't like this slide as much. I think this is kind of weird. But it says the average reader at LPS Richmond is a 5th grade level. That's actually wrong. We just have new data. And the average, so sophomores are 10th graders, right? So the average 10th grader at LPS Richmond is actually reading at a 7.85 grade reading level. So actually the 10th graders are just below 8th grade reading level at this school. We have room to grow. It's no joke. And if you want to be an architect or a business person or a teacher or a lawyer, an engineer, you got to have college level or 12th grade reading. So if you're low, we got to rock it up. This is cool. All right, check this out. Can you see it back there? If you have a no high school diploma, you're probably gonna make $21,000 a year. And you guys are like, what? $21,000? Booyah, I'll take that. But just wait for a second, because 21,000 bucks is not very much. If you have a high school diploma, if you take the average of what everyone makes who only has a high school diploma, they get $31,000 a year. Raise your hand. No, call it out. How much more do you get just by graduating high school? About. You get about $10,000 a year more. Now let's look if you have some college. Some college, you get like $1,000 more. Then check this out. Associate's degree is a 2-year community college degree, like 7,000 more. And then watch what happens when you graduate from college. That's a bachelor's degree. You go from 39 to 58. About how much more is that? Call it out. So just by graduating college, you get $20,000 more every year. And then it goes up from there. So here's my question for you. What does this tell us about the connection between education and money? And here's a sentence starter you could use. When you get more education, turn to your talk partner. What's the connection? Education and money, go. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Okay, well, I'll make that the clap. Everyone be silent as we listen to Maria. Maria, what did you say? What was the connection?
What I just said?
Yeah.
More books, more moolah?
More books, more moolah. It's pretty much right? All right, silently track me up here. You're going to be asked in high school to read 25 minutes a day, and you'll do that with SSR. This will make your reading level grow up. If your reading level goes up, you will probably not be in jail. That's a good thing. You will make a ton more money every year, and you know that's a good thing. And also, you'll be able to get these jobs, the jobs that you want, business people. So that's why we do it. We're going to help struggling readers get better, strong readers get better, and everyone's going to get a lot better. So we're going to play a video, a short video. Chanel, can you get the lights, please? And we're going to show what reading is like for college students. You'll recognize one of these guys. But I'm going to ask us to be silent as we listen to this video for the next 7 minutes. Just sit back and enjoy.
And I just finished my first year at Webster University in St. Louis, Missouri. Hi, I'm James Woolford. I graduated from the healthcare institute in 2010. I just finished my first year of college at Fisk University in Nashville, Tennessee.
So in your first semester of college, can you show me, and I guess we'll go.
Sorry, that voice is the sophomore English teacher at this school. And in case you didn't get it, they both graduated from here a year or two ago.
With Chris. Can you show me how much reading you did in your first semester?
Let's see. Let's count the books right here.
Okay, so that's one semester worth of reading?
It's one semester worth of reading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 9 books.
Okay. Okay, so how many books did you have to read?
I had to read about 10 books in my first semester.
About how many pages do you have to read every night?
Oh, man. It varied. I think no less than 60 pages a night.
60 pages every night, like on average?
60 pages. We went through books in about like a week or something like that. So it's very challenging. My reading was ridiculous. My political science teacher, Dr. Jennifer Adebanjo, had us reading like 4 chapters a night. And really big. I was shocked. I actually had to basically, while I was eating lunch, breakfast, and dinner, just reading that book, trying to take notes and catch up in that class, because that class was a monster.
Chris, what was your hardest class?
My hardest class was a class called Ethics, Education, and Social Justice. It was a junior level class. However, I was a freshman, and we had a very, very thin book, but it was the most difficult reading because it was just so complex. The terms in the book were so advanced, something that a freshman couldn't really be expected to know or follow as easily. Even adults in the class, 40, 50-year-old adults, had difficulty following, some of the terms in the book.
Sometimes LPS students complain that the work at LPS is really hard. What would you say to that?
Walk up. if you think it's hard, then just see it as good preparation. If you want to go to a school where the teachers aren't as dedicated, where the teachers really don't care about the level of work that they give to you, once you do get into college, you're gonna run into a brick wall. Very, very honestly, you're gonna get hit by a wall. So just if you find the work difficult, just know that they're helping you in the long run. You're gonna be helped tremendously, by the way. And you guys actually have it easy. I will say that there were a lot of novels that were quite interesting to read. Same thing. There were some books that I liked, some I didn't. But one class that I really enjoyed was my Code 140, which is African American Heritage Communications class. We had a book called Debating Race and the effect of race in society today. And I really enjoyed that book.
So, how is the social life in college? I mean, you spend all this time reading. Do you have any time to hang out with your friends?
There are always going to be times that you hang out with your friends. You can hang out with them in your dorm room, in your room, their room. It really doesn't matter where on campus. Everywhere on campus you'll be able to hang out with your friends. You can go to parties and hang out with them. That's like the biggest thing in college, next to studying and getting education. Parties are like the biggest social event. And you really just get complete freedom, especially when you're a long way away from home, when your parents aren't there to watch you. You can, like James said, just go out with your friends whenever you want, come back whenever you want. But no curfew. But it is really hard to balance your academics and social life at times when you have all these new people that you just met, and you all want to get to know each other and hang out, and then you have this huge 300-page book that you just met as well that needs to be read. One needs to come before the other. So,
What is the best thing about college?
the best thing about college, just meeting so many different people from so many different places, and really just having the opportunity to just break out of your shell and really just create yourself all over again. I best thing about college is the freedom, the ability to choose what you want to learn instead of having to be forced to learn a subject in high school. You can choose different classes. You don't have to take any classes if you don't want to. But the best thing is, But I think the best thing is the freedom. You can basically you're on your own. The parents can't be behind you saying do this, do that. Basically, you have the choice, or you have to be mature enough to make decisions that will help your future.
So here's my point. Some of you right now are like, I hate reading. I don't like it. I'm never going to like it. You can try to force me to read, Mr. Astor, but I'm not going to do it, and I'm not going to like it. To those of you who think that right now, I respectfully say I think your attitude will change if you find the right book. And when you find the right book and you read a lot, your life is going to look different, like what we talked about. Can we get some snaps for that video, I guess? All right, so that's SSR. We're going to talk more about it tomorrow. But now we're going to change back into class. Chanel, can you lights, please? And what I need everyone to take out, you know what, we got to do something to like, give your talk partner a high five right now. Give your talk partner a high five. And then go like this. Ah! No, louder. Ah! Okay, time for class. So, take out the syllabus. The syllabus has that girl, an animated girl raising her hand on it. And also take out the piece of paper that you picked up that looks like this. So you should have syllabus. Can I borrow yours? And the syllabus looks like this. And the piece of paper looks like that. And if you are missing your syllabus, it should be behind your pencil pouch. But if you're missing it, raise your hand, and I will hand you one. All right. I don't know if I told you this, but we are going to have our first quiz today, and it's actually going to count on your grade, and it's going to be on this syllabus, but it's pretty darn easy, especially if you pay attention for this next competition. So here's how this competition is going to work. We got our syllabus. We got this answer key. Flip this answer key over so it looks like this. So look at that piece of paper. That's on the back of the answer key one. And write your name at the top of this rules and expectations document. And call out the answer to this question, period 4, you group of freaking rock stars. What is the first classroom expectation? Call it out. Good. Juan, where did you find that? Yep, right here. You could also find it on the wall. So here's what I want everyone to do. Follow me on the projector screen. We know it's follow classroom expectations the first time they're given, so flip this page over. You can see it's right here, circle it. And then draw an arrow to the W. And we're going to put it above the 1. We're going to put a W above the 1. So put W right there. So this is how it works. We're going to do one more together, and then I'm going to have you do it in partners. Flip back to this page. Call out the answer to this period 4. What's one possible way that Mr. Astor could call the class to be quiet? Just call it out. Clap it quiet. I do that stupid clappy thing, right? That stompy thing. So flip it back. Clap it quiet is right there. Circle that. then draw the arrow to the N, and call out the answer to this. Where do I put the N? Above the 2. So put it above the 2, the N above the 2. Now, you have a mission. That's to figure out the secret message. Ooh, secret message, all right? So with your talk partner, you need to use the syllabus to figure out all the answers to the 13 questions. Now, let me say one thing before you start. Some of you are going to be like, would you accept late homework? And you're like, no. And you just flip back and you just look for the no. But that's kind of cheating. And you're probably not going to do that well on the quiz because you've got to know this bad boy. So find the answers in here, okay? So when I say go, here's what I want you to do. With your talk partner, answer each question, find the answer, then find the answer. That kind of sounded weird, but I think you get it. Before we start, scoot a little bit closer to your talk partner. Go ahead and scoot your desk so you're a little bit closer. And give me your silent attention. Say this. Hi, Mr. Esther.
Hi, Mr. Esther.
And then say this. Hi, Mr. Esther. And say this. Hi, Mr. Esther.
Hi, Mr. Esther.
No, that's not loud enough. Come on. Hi, Mr. Esther.
Hi, Mr. Esther.
You guys are weak. All right, whatever. And then say this. Hi, Mr. Esther. Okay, so that voice is what I want you to be using now. So that kind of, that low voice. You have a few minutes. The first person to figure out the secret code, raise your hand. Don't call it out. Don't be like, I know the secret code. It's Mr. Esther is weird. No, don't do that. So just say, raise your hand if you figured it out. Ready? Oh, by the way, I'm going to give BEG tickets to groups that are on task and talking at the right volume and working together. Ready, set, go. What's up? Well, you get a BHAG ticket, which we can get you a glitter pound, Chanel. Keep working. Hi. Yes. Good work together. Are you guys just doing it the cheater way? Would you use your syllabus when you answer these questions, please? How are you doing it? You got to look at the syllabus to get the answers. Yeah. Yeah, you got to find them in here. Does that make sense? Yeah. What?
Why are they recording us? Are they spying on us?
No,
Because they're not doing a real good job.
it's a teacher video. I'll tell you about it later. I think so. I didn't write it down. You two are working effectively with one another. Every group I'm looking at is using the right volume and working together. Oh, you guys are fast. Give me 1 sec. Both of you are working well together and working at the right volume, which means you earned one of these, and you can redeem it later for a glitter pound if you would like. Did you figure it out?
Yeah. You won that.
Oh my gosh, guys. You won. Nice job. But keep getting the answers because it's going to help you on the quiz.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can use the same letter.
Same one letter only once. Each letter only once. Well, if there are two letters, then it's okay. Yeah. You two are working together effectively. Yeah. You two are working together effectively. How do you know that? It's the only one that makes sense? Come on, you gotta look in the syllabus to get it. But you are being a smart scholar when you do it that way. You know what? I don't think your syllabus is complete. I think this is missing. It's actually missing that part.
Oh, I already know it. You want something.
You want something is not correct. Okay, cool.
Tie.
Oh my gosh, guys, you won. Nice job.
Aw, you didn't do the better.
You can do two things right now. You can silently read the rest of the syllabus in preparation for the quiz, or go to the library and check out the books. Your call. You can get it and then give it back to me at the end. You're actually done? Okay, you get another one of these then. Good job. Yes. Oh my gosh, guys, you won. Nice job. Not a chance.
But we tied it then. That's not fair.
Here.
Thank you.
Period 4, you guys are finishing faster than other classes. You guys are smoking. You guys are rad. If you finish, raise your hand. And if you're done, you have three choices. Sit silently, or read the syllabus in preparation for the quiz, or silently go check out the library. I'm going to keep asking people one sec. Are you done? Michael, you won. Nice job. Fist pound. Yeah. You guys won? You won. Nice job. Yeah, sure. Do 2 on my 1. Wow.
Do you know if they have the Hunger Games in the library?
Yeah, they do. They have a lot of it. They have a lot of it.
I think the O is supposed to
I got
be
nice.
here. You.
No, you're wrong.
Keep these on your desk, please. T-Pain. I think so. T-Pain, keep these on your desks, please. What's up, Volta? What? No. You were not going to get to use it on the quiz. Pedro, keep this face down on your desk for right now, okay? About 20 more seconds. Are you guys done? Did you guys get it? Nice job. You won. That's great. Edwin, did you get it? Edwin, nice job. You won. Hey, air pound. All right. Period 4, I love you very much. You did a good job. Scooch away from your partner and put your syllabus in your binder. All right. Now silently, after you put, or as you put your syllabus in your binder, look up here. I have a very serious thing to say. When I pass out quizzes, I want you to be fired up, and it's important that you are ready mentally. So people in the front row, take those papers you got and pass them back. Pass them back. That's right. Okay. I'm sure that dance fired you up. It's all right. When you have your quiz, you can start. Write your name on it. For the next 3 minutes, I actually don't think it's going to take all that much more time than 3 minutes. The class is going to be totally silent while you take the quiz. Again, make sure your name's on it. And I want to be clear about question 3. Question 3 has confused some people. So listen to me right now. Don't even think about your quiz for a sec. Question 3 says this: if you meet or exceed the expectations, one thing that could happen. Here's what I'm asking for. What's a positive consequence in my classroom? Young lady, what's your name in the white shirt? What is it? Melissa, that's a verbal warning. You got to be silent when I ask for it. 3 is like, what's a good thing that could happen? And I think many of you have experienced a good thing. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. All right, 3 minutes. Rock this quiz. Raise your hand if you have a question. Go. Okay, I'll get to you in a sec. Your row didn't get them. Go ahead and just put that away. Oh, you don't need to pass them in right now. Good question. Wonderful scholars. It's got to be dead silent when it's a quiz. Boris, is that clear? Boris. Look at me. Look at me. You're wonderful. That tone is not wonderful. Boris, look at me. Is that clear? If you are done, you rock, flip it over, and sit silently at your desk. Yeah, if you do the right thing, what happens? Good job. Got 1 minute and 15 seconds left. Keep silently working, but if you finish, take out the contact information sheet that looks like this, and raise your hand if you don't have it. But otherwise, if you're still going, keep going. It should be in your binder, and the back of it looks like this. raise your hand if you need a little more time on the quiz. Flip the quiz over, and we're not going to time it on this one, but with the quiz face down on your desk, silently pass, just like we pass every other time. So don't pass quite yet. So pass when you get them. Go ahead and pass the quizzes to the side so that they end up at the front. Tevin, my love. Aye. That's your third. Tevin, you got, when I say silent, it's got to be silent. What do we have to do next? Oh, contact information. So a lot of you, I look at your desk and you've already finished this piece of paper, but some of you haven't. So what I want to do is we're going to take like 2 minutes and we're going to silently fill this contact information piece of paper in. If you don't have it, then raise your hand and I'll get it to you. If you've already filled it in, then just sit silently. I appreciate it if you've already done it. And the last thing to say is this. Some of you don't know your mom's cell phone number or don't know your dad's cell phone number or whatever. This is the only 2 minutes in the school year when it is okay to have your cell phone out. But, period 4, if you're texting someone like, oh my gosh, Mr. Esther's classroom is so awesome, then I will take it. No texting, but you can take it out to get a phone number. So, minute and a half, silently filling out contact info. Go. Do you need it? Chanel, baby, you are on it. Go ahead. People who are done are sitting silently. People who are not are continuing to work. It's perfect. You're all set. Do you have that piece of paper? You good? You can use your cell phone if you need to. Okay. Sorry. We need a little more time because some people are still working. So people who are done, take this out. And then people who are done, read the page that's stapled to that looks like this. Everyone else, don't worry about what I just said. Keep doing the contact info. Take about another minute. Do you have that? You got it when you came in, so you probably have it in your binder somewhere. But if you don't have it, let me know. There you go, Michael. Period 4, everyone I'm looking at is doing the right thing. You guys are a great group. So, need a little, raise your hand if you need a little more time on that contact info thing. All right. Let's beat 18. We can be better than 18. As Edwin said, redo. So, we're going to pass that contact info thing as fast as humanly possible. So don't pass quite yet. Kevin, give it back. We can get 13. Where did we break down? We was like, oh yeah, there was like, oh no moment. Okay, so we're gonna be fine. Yes, Edwin.
Don't drop the papers.
Oh, thank you very much. Don't drop the papers. Here we go. By the way, if you drop them, I still love you. Ready? In total silence. Go. In total silence, keep passing. You're doing it very fast. Oh. Okay. So, once again, you think you're special. All right, I see how it is. Give yourself a power snap, not clap, snap on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you sound good. All right. So here's what we're going to do now. Gosh, you're fly, guys. I like it. So we're going to do classroom jobs. Some of you are like, yay, I love classroom jobs. I love helping the teacher. And others of you guys are like, I'm not helping. Either way is okay. But if you look around the room, and if you look behind this camera, it's kind of awkward. I'll tell you later why they're filming. There's a 1. That's the first job behind that. 2 is here. 3 is here. 4 is here. The 5th job is there. 6th is, oh gosh. One of you, cover up the job. It's naked. Thank you, Edwin. Yeah, run. Snaps for Edwin. Thank you, Edwin. You're wonderful. Yeah, just, all right. 7 is there. 8 is there. Oh my gosh, there's another naked one. Get it, Chenille? And 9 is there. Okay, I'm going to tell you where you're going to start, but first let me explain what it is. You're going to learn in this gallery walk about what all the jobs are. You're going to learn about, for instance, watch this. Decoration manager is one of the jobs. Some of you guys are like, oh my gosh, I love decorating. My room is pretty, and I put a heart on every paper I ever turn in, and it's like, I love decorating. And others of you are like, I don't know, I'm not decorating. Okay, so when you get to the decoration manager station, you will write something like this. I want this job, if you actually want it. Or if you get to a station like, for example, the spot checker. The spot checker makes sure that the class is clean and you pick up trash. And so some of you guys are like, oh, I'm not, me, pick up trash after class? Please, I make the trash. And so some of you guys are like, I'm not going to do that. So you would write, I don't want this job. I think you get the picture. So you're going to walk around the room and you're going to do all of this. By the way, I heart you if you do spot checker. Okay. But you don't have to. You need something to write on. Beneath every one of your desks is a bag. If you want to write on the whiteboard in your bag when you walk around the room, you can do that. I give you permission to do that now. If you want to write on your binder, you can also do that. Would you like this? So, I'm now going to tell you what station you're starting at. Edwin, put that back in the bag. You don't need that now. Yeah, you don't need the eraser thing right now. Here's how it's going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. You will start at station 1. You guys write a 1 on your paper. Chenille, 2, 3, 4. You guys are going to start at station 2. Write a 2 on your paper. One, 2, 3, 4. You guys are going to start at station 3, which is right here. Write a 3 on your paper. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to start at 4. Write a 4 on your paper. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys are in 5. Write a 5 on your paper. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys are at 6. 1, 2, 3. You're at 7. 1, 2. You're at 8. That's you, Eduardo. And you guys are at 9. So when I say go, we're going to stand up and go to our first number. But wait, let me be totally clear because I am strict as a dragon during this activity. When we do this activity, there's no talking at all. There's no, excuse me, or what does that say? Or this job sucks, or this job is awesome. None of that. It's got to be totally silent, and I'm really strict on that. And the reason is so that we can do it quick, and we're all focusing. So when I say go, you're going to, Hood, you're going to totally silently move to your first station. If you're talking, I'm going to have you come back to your seat and give you a consequence. So the expectation is total silence. Questions? Point to the station you're going to. In total silence, you'll have about 40 seconds at your station. Ready, set, totally silently go. That was a silent start. You have 40 seconds at this station in entire silence. Start reading and go. Silently start reading at your first station. Ted, go ahead and stand up. People are silent at these stations. I have not asked one person to return to their seat. The expectation is total silence, not even a whisper. You have about 20 more seconds at this station before you will rotate. Pedro, come here. Grab a seat right here, please. All right, track me with your eyes. Look over here. Look at this guy. Hello. Okay. You will move there. You will move there. You guys will move there. You guys will move there. You guys will move there. You get it. You go in that direction. You go one station. Don't move yet. When you hear this annoying beepy sound, then you move. So when you hear the annoying beepy noise, then rotate. It's got to be 100% silent when you rotate, or you're back at your seat. Ready, set. Rotate silently. Melissa, come here. Besides one person that has a silent rotation, you have 40 seconds at this station. Take a seat. Pedro, take a seat right there. Pedro, were you whispering? I know, and I saw it was for the right reason. But even right reason is not okay. All right, so that's your verbal warning. You're fine. You've only got one today. You're good. Get back up, join your group, and do it perfectly. Melissa, was I unfair, or was there actually a word that came out of your mouth? You weren't talking at all. Okay, Melissa, I've seen you off task twice today. I can't see that anymore. Go back. You're about to hear the annoying beepy thing. And when you hear it, rotate silently. Rotate silently. Everyone just rotated silently. We got 40 seconds at this station. Go. Are you guys just like so excited to be spot checker? I'm going to make the annoying beepy thing happen in 1 second, but stay silent at your station. All right. Beep, 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 beep. Go to the next station. "40 silent seconds at this station." Grab a seat right there. About 10 more seconds, silent seconds at this station. Period 4, when you hear this, silently rotate. Rotate to the next station. That's your verbal warning. Go on in a second. 40 silent seconds at this station. Keep up your strong, silent analysis of each job. About 5 more seconds of silent work. Rotate to the next station silently. Period 4, that's what I'm talking about. Every single person is meeting that expectation. 40 silent seconds at that station. Ten more silent seconds at that station. When you hear the annoying beepy thing, rotate to the next station silently. "40 silent seconds at this station." Eight more silent seconds at this station. Silently rotate. Hey Pedro, what station did you guys start at?
I got started at 5.
So you have one more after this. About 10 more silent seconds at this station. Every single person is silently focused on their work. When you hear the annoying beepy thing, rotate for the last time. Go ahead and rotate silently to the last one. Stay at this one until I ask you to silently go back to your seats. You guys started there. Okay. People are silently staying at their station even if they're done. That's great. And this last transition will be silent as well. Come silently back to your seats. As you silently return to your seats, I'm going to say a few things about the jobs and about how you did. I gave out 3 verbal warnings in a class of 35. It's about what I expected. That means the vast majority of you met the expectations. You did it silently, and that's a good thing. I want us to get that perfect, though. We will. Yep, perfect. Put the whiteboards back under your desk. And a few things that I think might be going through your head. First, look at that OG librarian. You're like, wait, hold on, is he serious? Is that like original gangster librarian? Yes, I'm serious. Yes, that's the original gangster librarian. Because look, if someone takes my book, we're going to come after them if they don't bring it back. You got to be like an OG. And you got to be like, hey, give me my book back or I'll mess you up. Actually, we don't say the mess you up part, but still, like, give me my book back. So that is an OG librarian. What else do I need to say? Oh, everyone always wants to be errand manager. They're like, yes, I want to run to the office. Everyone always applies for that. So just know if you apply for that, you're going to have a lot of competition. What else to say? Oh yeah, I already said this about spot checker. I heart you if you do that. Next. Oh, ambassador. Now I know some of you saw that. If you are going to be the ambassador, you have got to be smooth. You've got to be like a player. Someone comes into the classroom and you got to be like, oh, hey, great. Hey, shake my hand. You're like, oh, great to see you. Welcome in. We're learning about identifying policies and classroom jobs. Do you want a glass of water? And they're like, no, okay. And you're like, great, here you are. And you bring them water. You're like so smooth if you're the ambassador. You do all this like little whisper. So if that's you, apply to be the ambassador. So here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to get started on our homework. So take this piece of paper, which you see right here, and flip to the next page. And write your name at the top. And write the first choice job. Next to the first choice job, you need to write a 1. So if you want to be student work return manager, you put a 1 right there. And then your second choice job, you put a 2. And put 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 next to your first 5 jobs. Now I know some of you are thinking this right now. What if I don't want a job? Well, your homework is still to do this, but, and everyone take a look at the projector screen right now. Flip this page. Check this out. Everyone has to do the application. And everyone has to do it, let me be really clear, to that line. But if you really are like, I don't want a job, then you just do the application, you pretend like you want a job, but then you check that box. Does that make sense? So everyone has to do the application, but if you're really like faking the application, then you check that box. If you're like, I don't want the job. But if you do want a job, don't check it. So we have let's take 4 minutes to fill out this application, or as much of it as you can. Raise your hand if you have a question. Otherwise, it's time to silently get started on your homework. What's up, D? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you want a job. I want you to have a job.
2.
No, you won't have 2. I just want you to get 1. So don't check that box. All right. What's your first choice? Work. And put a 1 next to work collection. Excellent. 5. Write 1 next to your first choice, 2 next to your second choice, and 3 next to your third. But then only write about your first 2 choice jobs.
So choose which one.
Yeah. Period 4, you continue to show me that you're superstars. People have written 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that part right there, and then you're starting in on the rest of the application. One sec. Knock Chanel over. What's up? Cross it out and redo the numbers, that's fine. Everyone I'm looking at is silently writing on the homework. That's great. 1 minute and 35 seconds left, so keep to get started. Second day in a row, you're killing it, baby. Rank your top 5, but only write about your top 2. Pedro and Fabiola, don't pass these back quite yet, okay? Michael, don't pass those back quite yet, okay? What's up? You don't want it to. Exactly, but you still have to write. Okay? Period 4, everyone met my expectation during that time. We were silently writing. What I want to happen now is people in the front row, I just put pieces of paper that look like this, pass those back. People in the front row pass them back, so everyone should have one. And you guys should know that, check this out. Tomorrow when you walk in, I only need to see this, the application. This you can recycle. This thing right here, don't crumple it up, but put it in the blue bin as you walk out of class. I don't need to see this. The other thing, guys, I don't need to see is the scavenger hunt thing. That scavenger hunt thing was just practice. You can recycle it in the blue plastic thing on your way out. At this point, everyone should have a copy of this in front of them. If you don't, raise your hand. If you don't have this, Lizbeth. So here's what this is. Every one of you is going to write a poem about where you come from. Do I have to read it in front of the whole class? No, probably not. Chill out. I know some of you immediately. I'm like, we have to write a poem. You're like, do I have to read it? Don't make me read it. No, but I think you should. But no. Here's one of the poems that I think is really good that was written by a former student of mine. I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to put her on blast. Is that the right way to use that phrase? Yeah, I thought so. So I'm going to read it, and I want you to tell me what you think is cool about it. So if you see a line that you think is fly, put a star next to it or something like that as we read it. So I'm going to read it. You just listen. I am from one of my old students. I am from by anonymous Blair student. Oh, by the way, Blair was the name of my school. That's why. All right, here we go. I am from Pasadena, do-rags, where boys wear baggy jeans and say dumb things. This is a girl, by the way. I am from know-it-alls and gunshots, where most of the girls think they're, quote, hot. I am from an angry home, where most of the time I feel all alone. I am from blank and blank, from a place where most of the boys want you to like them. I am from a place where no one knows me underneath these clothes, where a lot of females are known as sluts and hoes. I am from arguments and fights, where all I see is dark and no light. I am from a house of brothers and sisters who never want to be bothered, where my mother is not only my role model, but also my father. I am from drugs and thugs, where there's not a lot of peace, let alone hugs. I am from tattletales and trouble, where the things I don't like somehow always seem to double. I am from a huge family. This is me. Can we give her some snaps? I think it's a pretty fly poem. Was there a line that you put a star next to that you think is fly? Well, first let me tell you the one I think is fly. Listen to how this line goes right here. Listen to the rhythm of it. I am from tattletales and trouble, where the things I don't like somehow always seem to double, and then trouble and double rhyme, it's like smacking. Okay. What do you like? What's a line that you like that you thought was good in here? It's tough after the first time of reading it. Was there a line that you liked? Yeah?
It's like two.
Go ahead.
I'm from a place where no one knows me underneath these clothes, where a lot of females are known as sluts and hoes.
Oh my, sluts and hoes. That's bad language. Okay, good. We have time for one more person to read it. Who wants to read this girl's poem in front of the whole class? Come on, do it. None of you want to? Tevin? I saw that hand. Go ahead. Read along with Tevin. I'm going to stop you right there. The bell's going to ring, but I want you to keep paying attention and not pack up. Keep going. Close. We're about to get to the naughty part. Don't pack up. Give Tevin snaps. Well read, sir. He gives you love. Now let's pack up. And as you silently pack up, I'll say this. If you want to start thinking about your own I Am From poem, you can start thinking about it. Excuse me, Carlos, that's number 2, baby cakes. Totally silent. Now you got to say after. You can start to think about your poem. But don't you think this one's kind of fly? I think this one's kind of fly. All right, so now I'm going to say that thing which I say, which means you silently clean up and stand up. So time to clean up. Tevin, thank you for raising your hand. What's up? You can keep that one as an example. If you chose to write one, you would not write it on that piece of paper. Carlos, Melissa, stick around for a second, and Tevin, stick around for a second. Everyone else, and you too eventually, have a great day. There are a lot, but you should go right after school today.
Okay, I'll go.
Carlos, sit here, please. Melissa, sit here, please.
His name is Edgar.
What? What's your name? Edgar, I'm sorry. That's my fault. So, hey, Edgar, I called you Carlos before? Okay, sorry. Chanel, what's up, baby?
What's the book called? The one that the girl kills herself?
13 Reasons Why.
You stay here after school?
Yeah. Okay, cool. Edgar, I'm sorry, but Edgar, you can't talk.
I know.
It was even whispered, and I saw they were about the right things that you were whispering about, right? You were like asking stuff.
No, over there, I tripped and I was like,
Okay, but even if it's that, I'm holding you to a higher expectation. You can't even do that kind of talking. Is that clear?
Mhm.
Edgar, you got me,
Yes.
baby? Edgar, I can tell you have greatness inside of you, and I want to get it out. Because you're great, okay? I know you said you didn't do your work in middle school. You're going to do it here. I already love you.
okay.
Goodbye. Now, Melissa, you were Charlandoing Conan Edwin. That's not okay. Tevin, I'm going to take care of you for next class. What's up with that?
He was like, I was asking him something.
But did that meet my expectation at the time? Where'd you go to middle school?
Manzanita.
You went to Manzanita? So you know my high expectations because you've seen them before. I see that you're capable of being perfect. And that's what I'm going to demand. Is that clear?
Yeah.
I'm not going to move you. You're going to sit next to him tomorrow, and he's going to be like, psst, and you got to ignore it.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
So is the poem optional or?
It won't be. Tonight it is. No, you don't.
Oh,
Tonight it's like optional.
when can I get my hat back?
After school. Tevin, you gotta be careful about the little things. I don't want to make that negative call home. So come after school and talk to me. If you don't, then I have to. If you do, then I could potentially not make it. Clear? All right. Tevin, what's your next class?
Biology.
Biology. Tevin, you read it really well.